We got away with love, but don't know what to do. It's complicated by these things I can't undo. So can we talk this out? It's such a violent sound. Girl, we know all our cards. It's time to lay them down. Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before she's got a restless heart, keep spinning round and round. Don't wanna ride that wheel no more. So can we settle it down? Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before I feel the rhythm of all the raindrops hitting the window of your apartment building. Overcome by the way the sound of your voice drips into the carpet now. Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before I can fall asleep. Before
I woke up rich, put a smile on my face. It's the same damn thing like every day. Light skin thick and she ain't from the States. I live like this like every day. I woke up rich, put a smile on my face. It's the same damn thing like every day. Light skin thick and she ain't from the States. I live like this like every day. Ain't no challenge to me. All my balance so deep. I got talent on me. She be wildin' for free. I got X's and O's. I got checks on my goals. You can't step on my toes. I don't walk, I just float. I got no worries. Yeah, I bring the flurries. Yeah, check out my teeth. Yeah, all they go beat. Yeah, I bought the cash, step on the gas. Ain't no receipt. Yeah, I can't be cheap. I got your girl on the beach. Look what she doing for me. I woke up rich, put a smile on my face. It's the same damn thing like every day. Light skin thick and she ain't from the States. I live like this like every day. I woke up rich, put a smile on my face. It's the same damn thing like every day. Light skin thick and she ain't from the States. I live like this like every day. Ooh, my life look like a movie. I got 3 bad bitches in a jacuzzi. I was down real bad, now I'm groovy. I've been getting all the green like a smoothie. You and me are not ashamed, don't compare us. I've been flying around the world, I'm in Paris. Yeah, no little things you do, they never scare us. I've been in the Middle East, bout to smash me an Eris. I woke up rich, put a smile on my face. It's the same damn thing like every day. Light skin skin thick and she ain't from the States. I live like this like every day. I woke up rich, put a smile on my face. It's the same damn thing like every day.
Find me at a club, 'cause if I ever tried to cut a rug, by the time the night is done, you will know that I'm a strange one. I don't ever know what to do, how to find a beat, how to groove, but I dream about finding you. You make me wanna sway, and you'd say, dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. I don't care about where or when, pick a song that never ends. Dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. Close your eyes, just move your body. If you only knew what it's like to feel like you have all eyes on every little move you make, you can't seem to find your way. Maybe all this time I've lied, maybe I just never tried. 'Cause boy, when I'm alone with you, you make me wanna sway, wanna move. Dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. I don't care about where or when, pick a song that never ends. Dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. Close your eyes, just move your body.
Oh, you're live! Hello, Internet! How's it going out there? friends, family, folks alike, welcome to another exciting edition of Show It Tell Live. This one's coming in hot, so I hope you're ready for that summer heat. But of course, we cannot do it alone, so allow me to introduce the rest of tonight's cast. First, they were born in a volcano and they intend to die in one. It's Alex.
Yeah, just that affinity for lavas. It's like liquid rock is the coolest, you know?
Up next, they put the miser in heat miser. It's Max.
Hey, some people are the ice miser, and I'm Mr. Hot.
Alrighty, great cultural references. Sometimes you're hot, and when you're hot. It's Dan.
And sometimes you're cold, and sometimes you're yes, and sometimes you're no. Sometimes you're in, and sometimes you're out. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're... Katy Perry, follow us.
That for a cultural
right,
reference.
Sometimes you're Katy Perry.
Yep, sometimes you're right. And last, but certainly not least, their boiling point in their own temperature, it's Steve.
Anybody else get really into fish this week? Probably shouldn't have said that following up the boiling, but hey, it was relevant.
Comedy, coming in hot. Welcome everyone to another exciting edition of Show and Tell Live, a weekly comedy improv stream dedicated to bringing you comedy based on your chat suggestions. So keep them coming. Alrighty. Well, without further ado, enough of this fiffer faff. That's what people say. We're going to be playing a game called a Combo Breaker. Just so chat knows, 2 weeks ago we had Oops All Beggars. Last week we had Oops All Shitters. So this week we really decided to go with Oops All Met. So these are games that are, they're fine. Starting with our first game, Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker. So what we're going to need from chat for this game is just a whole bunch of nouns. Just go ahead and start listing your nouns. We're really opening the floodgates of nouns early this week. The levee has broke, the nouns are flooding in, and now it's time for us to call FEMA and excavate your nouns to safety. I don't know where this metaphor is going. I apologize. Yep.
You got it.
Yep. Fit for Fat with lemon? I have not had Fit for Fat with lemon, but I'll check it out. It goes good with a nice white wine. Alrighty.
Wow.
We're going to start off nice and simple with chairs. Chairs.
Chairs, my favorite combination of butts and wood.
Chairs, my favorite combination of more legs than a stool and less legs than a spider.
Chairs, my favorite combination of animals and furniture.
Chairs, my favorite combination of things that can be connected to a desk and things that can't.
Our next one is going to be banjos.
Banjos, my favorite combination of guitar and worse.
Banjo, my favorite combination of quirky girl and the South.
Banjo, my favorite combination of musical pastimes and dueling.
Banjo, my favorite combination of finger work and characters that finally made into Smash.
Amazing, very topical. All right, we're gonna go with dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, my favorite combination of history and petroleum.
Oh, jeez.
Dinosaurs, my favorite combination of small arms and big dick energy.
Dinosaurs, my favorite combination of birds and the ground.
Dinosaurs, my favorite combination of scalies and death.
Alrighty. We're gonna move on to Sharpies. Who doesn't love a good Sharpie?
Sharpies. My favorite combination of something that you would find in a preschool and something that you can get high on.
Sharpies. My favorite combination of permanency and the fear of permanency.
Sharpies. My favorite combination of assortment of colors and only needing black.
Sharpie is my favorite combination of pen and commitment.
Ooh, that's a good ad. They should make that the ad. Yeah. Oh, amazing. All right. Let's see. We'll do one more. This is just a warm-up game. Let's do an old Steve favorite. Let's do Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. My favorite combination of foot picks and not foot picks.
Sasquatch. My favorite combination of large, hairy men and blurry photos.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. My favorite combination of something everyone knows isn't true and all of the truth and historical channels showing it.
Sasquatch. My favorite combination of product placement and long meat. All right, we'll call it there. That's good. I think we've accomplished everything we need to today.
Yep, that's that game.
Oh boy.
Yep, that's the game. Like I said, oops, all meh.
It's not all meh. It's not all meh. We have many good games here.
I'm being facetious.
Speaking of other good things, we have a good merch board up.
Do we? I'm unaware of this situation.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
So excited about this.
Beautiful.
It's pretty good. I would wear that.
It's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one. You can't. That's
Right?
pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
Right? So the thing is that Dan said this offhanded 2 days ago, yesterday, and then it launched such a long, geographical, atmospheric conversation of is this actually a true statement, right? Because
we think it is.
We think it is.
Completely.
The question is it always in at least one spot on the surface of planet Earth, exactly 69 degrees at all times of all life, of all history?
I have to say no, in that statistically it's likely that there may be a majority of the time in which it is thing, but the thing that makes it's always 5 o'clock somewhere true is that what they're really saying is it's always after 5 o'clock somewhere, and based on the fact that we designed the time system of the Earth, that is a true statement inherently.
Counterpoint. So
yes, please.
If you were to say that there's some place that's higher than 69 degrees, like say it's 80 degrees somewhere, right? And then somewhere else on the Earth, it's 50 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
Intrinsically, there has to be a spot between those two that is 69 degrees.
Yeah, I see your reasoning with this one.
So
because
basically,
they're
the
saying
question boils down to, is it always at least hotter than 69 degrees at one point on Earth?
Yes,
So,
that I would say yes.
So at
Then
the equator,
it's always 69 degrees somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I agree
I mean-
with that train of thought. But there's nothing that says it has to be 69 degrees, which means at some point in time, there's a point where it theoretically isn't 69 degrees,
But
right?
everywhere
Well,
is
so
not
I think-
69 degrees.
Well, here's the thing. The way that Dan and Max, the way you guys are describing it, it sounds like you're saying that there is one point on Earth that is permanently 69 degrees, but I don't think that's what you're trying
No,
to say.
that's not what we're saying.
What you're saying, and what I agree with, is that somewhere on Earth there is always a point that
Yeah.
is 69 degrees.
Absolutely.
But there doesn't. I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean,
Maybe I do. I don't know.
Honestly, me and Dan
I
were talking
honestly-
about this, and we were like, wait, what about the Ice Age? You know?
Well, here's the thing. you can only go as far back as well. That's a good question about the Ice Age, because I was going to say that there has been a point like that since there has been a point. Because remember, the Earth used to be a giant roiling stew of magma, and obviously everything was above 69 degrees at that point.
Yeah.
So at some point, it would have to be once it cooled down. But then the question is, did every temperature on Earth drop below 69 degrees during the Ice Age?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I feel
The
like
equator,
somewhere on
you know.
Earth it still would have been 69 degrees.
The equator was probably somewhere still in the.
Because I don't think the Ice Age was a global freeze. The equator was still warm.
The equator was still warm comparatively to the rest of the Earth.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it was 69 degrees.
We don't
but
know.
I would think it was at least close.
We don't know either, but we know
I
this.
will say
we know
there
this
is always a
stands-
69-degree parallel somewhere on Earth at any point. I'll give you that one. The longitude, there is like a latitude somewhere that's 69 degrees all the time.
Yeah, sure.
So,
okay, but we're obviously talking about temperature here.
Yeah, I know.
But like,
all right, let's move on to our next game before we end up in a rabbit hole for the next 2 hours. This is a game called Comment Thread. So all we're gonna need for this one is 1-syllable words. So if you go ahead and give us words that are a single syllable, that's all we need. And feel free to get creative, because it only makes us have to be more creative as well.
all right. Does everyone have your seatbelts on?
Belt on.
Keep your arms and legs inside a vehicle at all time. We are now entering the brain. All right, that was close.
Guys, I miss roller coasters.
Me too.
What do you mean? We go on that one every week.
I missed the fake roller coaster before movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one. Basically, we need to watch Spy Kids.
3D or the first one or the second one?
I think we should recreate.
Yeah, chat. How much do you want us to just recreate the Spy Kids movie?
Specifically,
in
Spy
Minecraft.
Kids
Hold on. No, what if we did like an absent style cold reading of the Spy Kids movie?
Look, this is what I'm saying.
Can I play Steve Buscemi? Is that allowed? That's the second one, though, I think.
What I'm saying is Spy Kids 3D was filmed in front of a green screen already. So let's just do it in front of a green screen anyways, right?
True.
Actually,
it was filmed at it was filmed at the director's ranch in Texas, is where it was actually filmed. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on with our life. All right. Steve, I'm thinking of that thing that muscles do. It's not quite stretching, but sometimes you just got to show the guns. You curl them in and then give it a real.
You're thinking of flex. I'm thinking of when you've got new glasses. This is I believe it's an old slangy term for.
You're thinking of specs. I'm thinking of, when husband and wife really love each other, they go in the room, and that's where your brother came from.
Dan, I think you're thinking of doing the naughty. I am thinking
family-friendly stream.
Now's when we've decided to censor ourselves.
I am thinking of an attribute that someone would spec into if they were a fast. They used weapons that are.
Oh
quick.
No! You're thinking of Dex. I'm thinking of what witches do when they don't like you very much.
No, you're thinking of a hex. I'm thinking of a slang term for a type of cuisine found in Southern America. I'm going to make you say both of them so we can just nip both of those in the butt right now.
Oh, you're thinking of Tex-Mex from the Terminex commercials. Anyway, I'm thinking of large muscles located on your upper chest.
No. You're thinking of pecs. I'm thinking of the first name of that guy that really doesn't like Superman. He's like, man, I wish I could kill that guy.
No. You're thinking of Lex. I'm thinking of this dinosaur that has little arms but big dick energy.
Oh no, you're thinking of T-Rex. I'm thinking of this really cool spy gecko. He was part of the PlayStation 1 just banger cast. Everyone loves this guy.
Yeah, nothing. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's Gex.
Gex.
Yeah.
Of course. Sure.
As the rule goes, one person.
It only takes one.
Only
All right,
takes
Steve.
I really didn't want to do Gex because I was like, nobody else is gonna get this.
What?
All right, let's scroll Arena on up. All right, Dan. I'm thinking of that like creature that the three goats met at the Gruff, and they had to pay the toll to get across.
You're thinking of a troll?
Ah,
I'm thinking of the rubbery bottom of your shoe. It's also a Pixar movie.
You're thinking of the human soul. I am thinking of an activity that you can do in an alley with those fancy shoes with a specific sole on the bottom to knock down pins.
Oh, you're thinking of bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of this little critter that likes to scurry around in the dirt, and he can't see too good.
oh, you're thinking of a mole. I'm thinking of a bunch of questions that you might ask somebody to get a sense of how a population is feeling and understand.
Oh, no, you're thinking of a pole. I'm thinking of, Christmas coming around, but you've been, kicking over people's mailboxes so you don't get that car you want. Instead, you get this.
No. You're thinking of a lump of coal. I am thinking of this fruit brand that makes cups of fruit.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Dole. I am thinking of what proclamations are written on so that His Majesty may let the people know. And typically yeah.
Oh, you are thinking of a scroll. I am thinking of a childish horse.
Fuck me. You're thinking of a...
Yeah, me and the boys got the vet in. Old Mayor had us.
No. That was me. That was me at a soccer game.
It's a foal.
I've never heard that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just know that I had no chance.
You have never heard of a foal?
I have not.
This city slicker over here.
Wow,
Dan, you're a fool for not knowing that.
I was literally planting plants at a farm last weekend. God damn it.
He orders his salsa from New York City. You guys remember that commercial? No, it's just me.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, what do you got for me?
All right, I'm thinking of a strip of leather that you either holds up your pants or your pants hold it up.
No. You're thinking of a belt. I'm thinking of a person of Irish heritage.
No, you're thinking of a kilt. I'm thinking of what you have to do to ore in order to turn it into a more workable metal.
Oh, you're thinking of smelt. I'm thinking of, Max, I'm really sorry about this, but the skin of an animal that you wear upon your body.
No, you're thinking of a pelt. That's okay, Steve. I'm thinking of, to get ahead in life, a good hand of cards needs to be done this to you.
Oh, no, you're thinking of dealt. I'm thinking of that fuzzy fabric that you use sometimes for crafts.
Oh, you're thinking of felt. I'm thinking of those chocolate coins that are wrapped in gold foil that you either get around Hanukkah or Christmas time.
Go for it.
I do not know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't either.
They called Gelt? Is that what
It's
it is?
Gelt.
Yeah,
Tom
I
got
know
it.
Take a random guess, Dom. Did you take a random guess, Dom?
No, I think I knew that. That's
Come
what I
on.
thought
Get
it
out of
was.
here, Max. You're
Look,
out
okay,
of here.
Steve, you're
thrown
gonna
out the
apologize for pelt, but then you're gonna give me gelt? What?
Because
He's apologizing because you're vegan, Max.
So, yeah. I also forgot to include my bit about clubbing baby seals, but
Yeah.
um,
Steve, can you please every time like say I'm sorry, like very condescendingly, and then say something like very easy? All right.
well, it's me versus Alex, so that will not work.
All right.
Anything's possible. I didn't know Gelt.
Well, that's because I completely forgot anything else, and we get gelt every year for Christmas,
Dom
even
took
though
a
I'm
freaking
pretty sure it's a
guess.
Jewish tradition.
It was the right guess. I knew what it was.
All right, Steve, start off these finals.
All right, Alex. I'm thinking of some grainy material that grows on the outside of trees.
Oh, you're thinking of bark. Well, I'm thinking of oh, what's that? Oh, I hear an angel.
Oh, hark! That's weird. A little birdie came and told me that themselves.
Oh.
I think it was
A lark?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope that when it landed on you, it didn't leave something on your skin that, might be hard to rub off.
Yeah, don't worry. It didn't leave a mark.
Okay.
But I will let you know that it didn't have its like priority pass so that it could leave its car in a certain area. And it got a
park?
ticket.
Park? Oh, okay. Well, man, I swear some of those meter maids are just like this vicious sea predator, you know? They really come after you and they can't stop.
Yeah, that's fucking hell. Damn it, I was enjoying this.
It's a shark.
Steve.
Yeah.
Fun.
That was a fun way to do that.
Oh, it was a good time.
Maybe next time we'll go full conversational all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New comment thread looks fire.
Yeah.
Conversation.
You were so obsessed with fish this week. How could you not think of the fish?
Because you don't own sharks. Well, I mean, technically, I was looking at a bow shark, but you're not supposed to have them in a tank less than 29 gallons because fuck me if I get a 30-gallon tank. I don't understand fish tanks. It goes like 5, 10, 20, 29, 55.
Seems right.
Yeah.
It's just like, why not 30? Where did 30 go?
I promise there's some like old English law about fish tanks, which is like anyone with over 30 gallons pays 3 extra shillings a
Right.
month.
Yeah.
And that's why
Absolutely.
they're like, well, Royal Fish Tank makers now only make 29 fish tanks to avoid improper taxes.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
That's the answer to everything.
By Her Majesty.
Yeah.
How's everybody in chat doing? I don't know if we said earlier, but thank you, Lolo Frosty 21 for the host. Appreciate it.
Ooh, thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who's hanging out tonight, having a good time on their kickstart of the weekend.
Oh, speaking of Lolo, that's so nice. Alex reminds me of John Mulaney voice.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for the gift sub.
Dan's on fire tonight?
I'm on fire? I have not been more tired during a show than I am right now in a long
Maybe that was
time.
the secret all along.
Yeah, I just gotta get loopy.
Yeah.
Just gotta get loopy.
The loopy improv that's gonna be on the 24-hour stream. Oh boy.
Get ready for it.
You guys.
Oh, it's gonna be insane. We are going to be insane.
Don't spoil it.
No spoiling.
No
but
No
it's gonna
spoiling
be
the
a
doily.
lot,
You know the rules.
My doily!
Yeah. Anything exciting happened to anyone this week? Anything of noteworthiness?
Well, I showed you guys, but chat, I completely shredded an old-fashioned radio for parts to put around a fish tank. It had like screws that I don't know how they got in there because you had to like dig through this thing to get it out, and I just like, what? How? Also, I needed a hammer to bust in the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Can you send pics?
Pics are
No,
done.
it's all done.
In case anyone is wondering, this is the status of my tape ball. It's grown a little bit since last time.
Oh, wow.
Tape ball. Let's get
Yeah,
those
a
tape
lot of
emojis.
boring meetings.
Is it heavy?
It is. There's some heft to it. You can
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know how else to convey weight through
Right.
the screen, but that's like there's some give to it. Yeah.
You have to.
It's rounding itself out, which I think is the really interesting part. Because again, this was a triangle for the majority of its lifetime. But there you go.
Wow. That's beautiful. Do you have a goal for it? Or just letting it ride?
Let it ride until it becomes too inconvenient to move. That's really the main.
Yeah, there is no ball. It's just flat, Dom.
True. It's true, right? My favorite
Also,
combination, round and flat.
also Sparrow, your 4 improv clubs did 25-hour marathon with alternating. That sounds fun.
Wow. Wild.
Dan, were you part of the crew that did the 3 a.m. time slot in the Del Close Marathon?
Yes.
Is that you?
Yes.
I was in that too.
I led that team to that.
How many people were watching at that point?
At first, none.
2.
And then, like, we were just performing for the tech person. Like, and
Yeah.
it was literally Billy brought his friend, and he showed up to our set 5 minutes late. Like,
we like sat there for the group in front of us, which was 2 people, and we were like, "Hey, you want to stay?" They're like, "No."
No. Did you
Even
get
though
any
we
chuckles out of
politely
the...
stayed for them.
Right, yeah. Do you get any chuckles out of the lights person?
Yeah, so the person working the booth was actually really enjoying themselves, and they were not enjoying themselves in the act before us. So
yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Motion.
Oh,
thanks for the gifts.
So I have a question for you. We went to a school where there was only one improv group, partially because we wanted it to be that way. But we were friends with another team that also had a couple improv groups at their school, but they started specializing at a certain point. Like one team did a mix of improv sketch, one team was just like weird long form improv, and then another team was improv but only a cappella comedy improv. So like, did your school specialize at all, or is that like a weird? I don't know.
Evasive, my eyes hurt trying to read your goddamn name. For me, it's like a dark blue, and I cannot read it.
Oh, it's a nice gold for me. I can
Yeah,
read it.
I got a nice gold.
Mine is like,
What are you talking about?
mine is like, it might as well be the background color, because I cannot read.
Dan, I think you are just tired. That's the issue.
Dan is tired, but I also have that blue, and I don't know how that got past the accessibility filters.
I mean,
The blue does not work with if you're on dark mode. It's fine with light mode, but
My nose is bleeding. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh no! Oh no! He saw a pretty girl.
What? Not me!
Speaking of being visually impressed by something beautiful in front of you, we could start moving into our next game.
Hey, don't rush us. We're talking to
Don't rush
Sparrow
forward.
here. Look at this. Look at this essay.
Okay, just
Max, we
making-
also can't move into our next game, but we could move into the game after our next game. But no, we'll wait. Well, when one of us bleeds, we take a time. Let's hold pause.
Okay,
We're talking to chat.
So Sparrow says there was a group that was only for drama majors, so the non-drama kids made our own group. Then there was a splinter group that did weird long-form stuff, and then a fourth that did improvised scripts. So yeah, it worked out. Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
That's cool.
Look at this essay. Yeah. Okay. I would say that. I would say that even when I weren't sleepy. All right.
True.
It's just getting blasted tonight.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It started with a compliment too, which is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Good job, Dan." Dan's like, "I'm messing up." And I was like, "Yeah, Dan, you are messing up." And he's like, "No, don't come at me.
Don't come at me."
Only I can say I'm messing up, not you.
Look, I'm already on blast from chat. They know what they did. The rest of the guys don't know what they did, but I know what you guys did.
What did chat do?
I can't tell you.
Why?
For a game later
You will
on.
know by the end of the evening what they did.
Okay.
Right.
I did not. Oh, God.
Dan, what did you make chat do?
Yeah, Dan, what did you organize?
Look. This just makes me feel like I am like it's just because Max and I watched Fight Club the other night. It makes me feel like I'm Tyler Durden and they're the fucking Fight Club guys. And I'm like, what did you guys do?
Project Mayhem.
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys can't do this. And they're like, you what?
Well, I think Dan is maybe mentioning some submissions that we got on our Discord. If people are interested, you can jump on our Discord. We have that other things to plug while we just wait for Alex.
Alex, tip your head forward, not backwards. It's a common misconception.
Unless you want to drink your blood, then tip your head
You have
backwards.
to yes and the nosebleed.
Yes, and the nosebleed, of course.
Nosebleed
yes.
stream?
So I guess while we're waiting, I've been rewatching Scrubs, and it's the best show ever made.
Yeah.
It's so good. We just finished the first season, and it's such a solid first season. I was like, this is why this show ran for 7 or 8, depending on who you ask, more seasons after this, because it's so solid.
Yeah.
Is this coming from the guy who likes Psych?
Yeah.
I like Psych. Psych's fine.
Foolish Bronco, you're right. No one talks about the last season. It didn't exist. It wasn't even the same show.
Here's my take, though. Scrubs is my favorite show. I've probably seen every episode at least 4 or 5 times. I think genuinely, having seen the last season, if they had taken a year's break, even a year, and then just labeled it as a reboot instead, or like a continuation in the universe instead of another season, it probably would have gotten 2 or 3 seasons and been remembered as fine. I think it suffers from like the third Star Wars movie problem, or like episode 3 of Star Wars problem, where it got paired with something and that it's worse because of it, right? Whereas I think if that movie had just come out as part of the original 3, it would have been well received, or at least adequately received.
Right.
Scrubs cinematic universe.
Well, what's funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking about this. So the guy who created Scrubs also created Cougar Town. Canonically, the character Ted shows up in Cougar Town. But so canonically does the character Abed from Community. So Scrubs and Community are technically in the same cinematic universe.
Well, hold on. Did I just click into a YouTube video?
You did.
Yeah, but I don't know if that can be true when even Community considers some of its seasons not canon and a gas leak.
Well, it's still canon. They just lampshade it. Very different. It doesn't decanonize it. It just lampshades it. Very different.
How are you, Alex?
I never get nosebleeds. I don't understand where this came from or how or why, but it's not really.
Someone's here for it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Grandma's so cool. I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you for following us. We're gonna go ahead and jump into our next game while Alex continues to bleed. Hang with it, buddy. Build it into your character.
You're
gonna band-aid
your
your
nose?
nose?
What are you doing?
What is this?
Alex!
Stop this!
Alex, this isn't a part of the script. It's a scripted nosebleed, but you're going off.
What are you doing?
No one has.
The show must go on.
That's not how that works, Alex.
I'm about it. Why don't we do that?
For obvious reasons.
All right. Well, we'll see those consequences emerge as the show goes
Oh
on.
my god.
This is anarchy. Truly horrible. All right, we're gonna move on to our next game, Whelp Review. What we're gonna need to go ahead and get started is just a first name. Anyone's first name. Could be a real first name, a made-up first name, whatever you got going on in there. Just go ahead and give us a first name.
J-Mold, I thought about that, but unfortunately, I am a single cis man living alone, so I don't have access to any tampons currently.
True. Alrighty. We're gonna go with Keith. Just a good old Keith.
That's a Keith.
Now what we're gonna need is a made-up business, a place where you might patron once you're able to go out in public again and rejoin society. Things we've done in the past: laundromats, a couple different types of restaurants, a bar and grill,
Guitar store,
which was different than the smoothie store, which was different than the antique shop. And the makeup store, lots of different places one can go.
The vineyard that's actually a tree yard.
Yes, the vineyard that's a tree yard.
I was so mad that people called me out on that, because anyways, sorry.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Kangaroo.
Yeah. We're gonna go with I like that one. This is Keith's Cat Cafe. This is Keith's Cat Cafe.
We're not doing
3 C's?
we're not going the other way.
C's.
Okay, good. Okay.
No.
Just making sure. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, of course.
Keith's Cat Cafe.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. I recently visited Keith's Cat Cafe, and, as someone with a cat allergy myself, I was pleasantly surprised. I walked in, the cups were very tasty, the liquid was very hot, and the cats were very cute. The only qualm I truly have is that they make you put on pants that have the scratching post outside, because they want to make sure that the cats don't scratch people. So the cats were scratching my legs the entire time, but it did not hurt. I thought it was a weird quirk, but, I still very much enjoyed myself. 4 out of 5 stars.
I went to Keith's Cat Cafe looking for a good time just to enjoy some cats. One thing that was really strange, though, was there was one cat with a scratch scar all the way across his face. He seemed like a real tough character. Wouldn't want to mess with that cat, that's for sure. I just kept my distance because he kept giving me the stink eye. But I swear, one of these days that cat is gonna snap. Still, the coffee was pretty good. I got a cappuccino, and I can't complain. 4 stars.
So, I went to Keith's Cat Cafe the other day, and let me tell you, it was quite an enjoyable experience. Though I was a little concerned that the cats seemed to be talking about me behind my back over in the break room. They thought that the door was closed, but I don't think they closed it, so I could hear them. Anyway, other than that, it was a very good place. 4 out of 5 stars.
Hi, I went to Keith's Cat Cafe, and I wasn't very happy with my time there. See, it was well enough, the coffee was good, there were cute cats, I enjoyed the pants, but at the same time, there was this back room that said, catnip room, and that really, I went up, I was interested, I was exploring the place, and I knocked on the door. A little slot opens and it says password, and I said, I don't have a password, and they're like, you can't come back here, this is for high rollers only. And I was just deeply confused. It felt very exclusionary. 1 star.
I went to Keith's Cat Cafe the other day looking to try out the new place, as I like to do. But I had a little trouble reading the menu because everything just said meow, and everyone there seemed to be totally okay with it. They would, meow, and then suddenly they mysteriously got their right drink. Well, I don't know if I ordered it correctly, so I meowed at them too, thinking I was just gonna get a cappuccino. And then suddenly I just got a cup of dirt, and I was like, what is this? And then the woman behind the counter acted all annoyed. She said, well, why did you order that if that's not what you wanted? And I said, I just meowed. And she said, well, so does everyone else. And then she meowed under her breath. And I said, I don't know what that means, but I think it's offensive. And then someone behind the counter who was also working there said it was offensive. So I was offended, I think. And then I decided to leave 1 out of 5 stars. Just put English.
I went to Keith's Cat Cafe because I heard that the famous Calypso, the first cat hitman, works there. He's supposed to be recognizable by the scar. But when I went there, Calypso, he came up to me and he said, "Who do you want? Who do you want taken out?" And I said, "It's my this guy named John. He's sleeping with my wife." And he said, "Mark him as dead." The next day, I went back there to see if the job was done, and I looked in the back room, and in the litter box was the man's head. He was really good at his job, but I didn't expect it to go this far. I thought he was just gonna scare him or something, but he's a really good hitman. But it was good service nonetheless. 3 out of 5 stars.
Meow, 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 meow. 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 Meow.
So, I've been staking out Keith's Cat Cafe for a couple of nights now. Me and the boys, back at the precinct, we've tracked a drug smuggling operation here, and I'm worried it leads all the way to the top. So I've been staking out here as long as I can. I recommend nobody goes to Keith's Cat Cafe between the dates listed in the description below, but let me tell you, things are gonna go badly. 1 out of 5 stars.
So I had a pretty fun night at Keith's Cat Cafe. See, it's a daytime cafe and a nighttime bar, so you can go after hours and you get to the cat bar. And see, the cafe has this like roll up, kind of fun time vibe. The bar is roll divey. Like, if you look at a cat the wrong way, oh boy, they are not afraid to mess you up. Basically, you already wear the pants that have the scratching things. It is required that you put a full suit of scratch post on yourself just to be able to get in the bar and get a drink. These cats have been working all day long, and they are mean. They do not want to be petted. They do not want to interact with you. If you meow the wrong way, it's why you have to wear the suit. They're gonna come at you with claws. But fun atmosphere, great night. 4 out of 5 stars.
So I think I saw something I wasn't supposed to see. I was looking for the bathroom, and I was in the back hallway, and I thought he said the first door on your left, but it turns out the bathroom was the second door on your left. So I opened up the first door on the left. It was the break room for the cats, and I don't think they saw me at first, but they were like walking around on their hind legs holding coffee mugs, and some of them were doing like crossword puzzles, and one of them was flipping through the TV channels, and I was kind of weirded out by the whole thing. And then they noticed me because I accidentally hit my knee on the wall, and they all slowly turned at me, and then I did a double take, and I looked back, and they were all just acting like normal cats again. But I know better now. I know better. It really is work for them. 3 out of 5 stars.
Well, I tell you what, I went to the cat cafe expecting to get some cafe and some cats, and what I got instead was a whole lot of cats and not a lot of cafe. The place was just crawling with them, except I can't even say crawling, like they ran the place completely. Literally, they were serving us and everything. I really wasn't expecting it. They're very intelligent, that's for sure. So much so that while I was talking with Dorothy, it seemed like they were understanding what we were saying. I couldn't be sure, but I thought I even saw one taking notes. So I'm not sure what exactly they're trying to find out, or what kind of other business they might be running on the side. But something tells me that there's a lot more than just the cafe business. It might even be a front. But I might be in danger just saying that on here, so I'll leave it at that. 2 stars.
Listen here, see? Calypso's been running this town since God knows when, see? But we're gonna move in on his turf tonight, see? We've got all the evidence we need here. We're gonna raid the place. A couple of Chicago typewriters will do that, see? And we're gonna raid him for all of his merchandise. And then we're gonna run him out of town. See? Soon to be 1 out of 5 stars.
Hi, everybody. This is Detective Smith with the Chicago PD. I've been put on this assignment out of state, and because we've been trying to figure out what's going on here. I'm putting my police report on this internet restaurant review website because I'm concerned that the police are in on it too. Basically, we've been tracking these 2 mobs who've been fighting. They're fighting like cats and dogs. There's something going on here, and there's, I think, a lot of drug movement. I think we need to call the DEA in on this, and there's just too much here. They're too entrenched in the town. I think there's something happening where I can't. What? 1 out of 5 stars.
It's been like 8 months since Keith's Cafe closed down, and I was hoping to come on here and just relive some of the memories. The place still looks like it did on that fateful last day. Paw prints from multiple species on every carpet and every square inch. The meow sign still occasionally flickers once in a while, and the break room looks just about as normal as ever. Truly a tragic scene to behold. I just hope that Keith's Cat Cafe finds a new life. Rumor has it that somewhere up in Ontario, there's a new cat cafe. Some even claim that this was just one of the 9 that are prophesized. It's hard to tell these days. Anyways, if anyone in Ontario happens to send a postcard my way, I sure wouldn't mind. The memes, 4 out of 5 stars.
Let's see.
And Sheen, see?
Hey, Sheen.
Canonically, we know that Hometown USA is not in Illinois. Yeah.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah.
that has been established now.
Yeah. Now we only have 59 or 49 other spaces to go. Yeah. You know. Well, this takes place in the future where there's 60 states.
Right.
There is no Central America anymore. We didn't want to share the title, so we just took America. It was easier than changing our own laws.
We assimilated the other 2 Americas.
Yeah, it was just easier for us. People were like, well, you're not really just Americans. You're United States citizens. And then we were like, that's too complicated. We don't want to deal with that. We Agraria-styled them, just like...
Drug movement. Like catnip? Exactly.
True.
Oh, so I had this idea for a D&D I guess it could be a one-shot, but it's probably more like a short campaign or something like that. But essentially, you tell the players, okay, make level 1 characters, but their backstories are just like normal modern-day high schoolers, you know? Not necessarily any powers or anything like that. And then the premise of the campaign is they get sucked into a game Jumanji style and all of a sudden have these powers. And like they have to play through kind of like Jumanji to try to get out of there and get home. And like it's like super campy and like has like all of the 80s fantasy movie tropes, you know, like stuff like that. It seems like it would be really fun to play.
I saw an interesting video about an interesting campaign someone wanted to run. They wanted to do a Benjamin Button campaign where you start at level 20 and then like the big bad evil guy is just like 3 goblins because like you're a level 1 character at that point. So you start off like a badass fighting gods and then you just get progressively weaker as time goes on.
Oh man. That would be really hard to try to plan out, but so fun.
I think that's really cool. Yeah, I like that.
I would love to find some way, whether it's a Benjamin Button style campaign or not, but find some way to make the big bad evil guy just 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Yeah. Exactly. Something super low key. Like they only have like a +6 to hit, but boy is that hard to count back, right? Going from wish to the light cantrip over the course of a campaign.
Damn.
Good stuff. Well, we'll go ahead and roll right into our next game. It's a game called College Essay, which means we all have to go away except for Danny boy.
All right. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right, chat. It's just you and me. Look at us. All right. Basically, for this next game called College Essay, we're going to be playing something Whisper Down the Lane style. So to start, what I need from you is a regular phrase. It doesn't have to be funny, just has to be something regular. It's sort of like 2 birds are worth more than the hand in the bush, or it's like, I think we did, crying under a waterfall, or we did like, my milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. You know, anything you want. Something normal, something that's like, people would know this phrase, you know, by any stretch of the means. So, yeah, so keep them coming. And then basically with this phrase, we're going to elevate it to be in a college essay. So we're going to make it longer, make the vocabulary more robust, and we're going to keep building that up, and then the last person will come back to me and try to say what the original phrase was that you all are giving me now. Let's see what we got. All right, good stuff. Let's see. I hate that expression, Jay, melting about the cow, but it is funny, and people know it, sadly. Let's see. Good. Foolish Bronco, you're onto something there, but might be too hard. Let's see. You also hate it. Good. Okay. I figured you did. I wasn't like, yeah, assume you don't have that tattooed on your back. All right, we're gonna go with John Galt's suggestion of a penny saved is a penny earned. I think it's fun to make them try to repeat things. But thank you everyone for your suggestions. And now let's bring in our first Whisper Down the Lane. Max.
Dan?
I need help with this essay. I need to figure out a way to fluff up this phrase. You think you can help me?
I know a lot of phrases.
Yeah, so the phrase I want to work with is a penny saved is a penny earned.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I got something cooking, but I need to ask my friend about it, actually.
All right.
Okay?
All right, you do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Hey, Dom, you there?
Hey, what's up, Max? How's it going?
It's good. I'm working on this essay, and I need to punch it up a bit. Can I pass my
Came
first
to
draft?
the
by
right
you?
place. Let's hear it.
All right. So it goes like this. One increment of metallic currency that I choose not to spend is the same increment of metallic currency that I choose to put in a bank.
Yeah, man, that's solid, real solid. I think you can punch it up a bit.
Right? That's what I'm saying. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know what? I know a guy who's like a human thesaurus. Let me pass it by him.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, so my bud is working on this essay. You're like a human thesaurus. Thought I'd run it by you, see if you could give it the works, you know?
Okay, all right, sure, I can do that. Yep.
Cool. When one has the option to acquire monetary value, they should choose to always admire and appreciate the rotational power of compounding interest to preserve such a thing in such a pristine state as to allow it to experience growth unmatched, such that it can continue to flourish without necessity of it having been spent beforehand. What are you thinking?
Okay. It's not bad, but I think there are some tweaks that I could make to it.
Hell yeah.
Look, I got a guy that could like really copy it all out, so I'll just run it by him and then we'll see how it goes from there. All right. Cool. Hey, so I just got this quick rundown of an essay, and I figured, you know, I could use a little bit of my sort of editing skills and throw it your way so that you could maybe copy it down and, you know, be able to produce it out from there. What do you think?
Yes, I could produce it.
Great. All right. Let me just let me run the concept by you real quick. So, when one is to acquire or dequire monetary value through currency or some means of equivalent exchange, it is thus necessary that that equivalent exchange be monitored upon inflating said exchange so that the value can be increased with the increase of the market. The market increase, therefore, shall be used in such a way that when that increase is upon the initial spend of said monetary value, there shall no longer be a necessity where once there was before, that monetary value need be invested into that level of increase. Once that level of increase is no longer invested, the cycle continues in upon itself. So does that seem like something that you could, you know, kind of work with, maybe clean up the copy a little bit and then send out?
Yes, I think I can work wonders with this.
Great. I'll put you in contact with, I got the contact info of the original guy that was writing the essay. So you just, you go ahead and let him know what the final editorialized version will be. All right?
All right.
Steve, I need your help. My evil twin, he was the one that orchestrated this before, but I need to really write the essay. But he ran away with the essay that was there, but I don't remember anything that I wrote down. Do you remember what the phrase was that he asked about, my evil twin?
Yeah, no, your evil twin who has come to me with a business idea has said the alluring phrase, you win some, you lose some, ha, communism.
Oh, that's right. I forgot this is a communist manifesto. You're right. I'm definitely gonna get my PhD. Thanks so much.
Excellent.
We got it. We got there in the end.
I'm not even clicking.
You win some, you lose some. Communism.
Oh, I took it as more of like, welcome to my dramatic one-man play. Ha, communism.
Oh, man. Oh. And the evil twin wins again.
Right, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. That reminds me, there used to be this.
Sorry, what was the original original phrase?
What you said. It was that.
Exactly. Okay, good. I am 100% correct.
Yeah, I think.
I have a 100% win rate on this game. So.
I think from watching the where it was lost in the pass off was from Dom to Alex.
Yeah, most often goes.
I thought that I knew what it was when Dom was saying it, and then about 3/4 of the way through Dom's, I was like, no, that's not it.
Yeah, I think I pretty immediately knew what it was from what Max gave me, but yeah.
And Max, did you know what it was?
I was never sure. That's the thing.
Here's the thing with Max. I don't know if you're joking or not. That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff. Alrighty. Well, we're rolling along here. We're gonna go ahead and play our next game, which means Alex can leave, get out, go away.
Bye,
Alex.
So this is a game called Press Conference. Basically, Alex has done something incredibly good or incredibly poor. And it's up to you, chat, to help us figure out what Alex has accomplished. Then we will interview Alex. He will pretend to have had full knowledge of everything he's done, and he's just gonna, have to fake his way through that whole shenanigan situation. So what are some examples of things he could have done? Max, give us 3 examples. Let's go.
He cut a mountain off with the butter's knife. He drank all the water out of the Indian Ocean, and he refuses to pee.
Sure.
He called horses a bad name that can't be said on television.
All great examples. All right. Jeez, some of these are very good. Oh, very funny.
With the butter's knife. You know how that butter has a knife. Get it.
Butter's knife.
Oh boy.
Replaced all the roads in Ohio with Jello. Why would he do that to his home state?
Yeah.
True.
I kinda.
He already lives there. He knows what's going on.
Speaking of Ohio, the new season of Love, Death, and Robots came out today. Pretty hype. I haven't seen it yet, but
Alex is the one person that wants to talk about it, and you choose when he's not here to talk about it.
Life's hard. Sometimes your roads are made you jealous. Let's see.
Go down the road less Jello. In life.
He pooped on company time is so good. I just that one touches me.
2 Jellos diverged into Springfield, Ohio, and I took the one less flavored, and it has made all the difference. I'm macaroni and brie.
Oh man. He's a proud Pittsburgher. A Pittsburgher has to be at a burger
restaurant?
place just even a type of burger. Like, I'll have the Pittsburgher, which, like, if Pittsburgh as a city didn't exist, that'd be a terrible name for a burger. Yeah. They could have it in California if you have like a restaurant that's in like the tar pits too, where it's like, we'll get the Pittsburgher, dude.
We're gonna go with Alex has eaten every flavor of ice cream ever invented, which doesn't seem very extraordinary until you realize how depraved some chefs are to make a name for themselves. So we're gonna go with that. Let's see if you can handle this.
All right, hold on. It's a letter too long.
Yeah. I once saw Old Bay flavored ice cream, and I had some, and it was disgusting.
I had lobster flavored ice cream once.
Yeah.
This is many moons ago.
Yeah.
All right, we ready?
Back when lobsters were vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And that is our story on why penguins are now allowed to vote in Georgia. But before we move on, we'd like to introduce our next guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Statham. No, not related to the actor whatsoever. And yeah, I'm super glad to be here. I really I think that, what I have to say is something that the world really has been waiting for a long time.
Well, I just want to say first off, we've never had such a cool guy on the program before. Panelists, any question for tonight's guest?
Yes, I was wondering if you are truly basking in all of the praise that you're getting, because it seems that you've robbed it from some others.
Oh, well, we stand on the shoulders of giants, even if those shoulders are a cold shoulder. So it's hard to say really whether or not I stole any work from any others. I tend to think that it was really just sort of stepping stones in the process.
Hi, BuzzFeed News. We're looking to get the advanced scoop on this story. Could you tell us a little bit more about your life? Did anything from your childhood interact to be able to bring you to this point?
Right. Well, growing up, I lived in an area that had all 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And so I sort of got a favorite from that. And so that was like my motivation going forward, was where I really wanted to just stick with my one favorite season and do something that really reminded me of that season,
Question, speaking of favorites, did you have one? Certainly you had quite the list to choose from.
Of course. My favorite is one that I nicknamed Gregory. Gregory was, kind of a middle of the road in terms of our data points. So not too hot, not too cold, not too big, not too small. Gregory was just kind of that perfect Goldilocks zone that we were really shooting for as like the average,
A follow-up question. Were you saying that you were adding to the list as you were completing it?
Yes, well, it was important that we sort of grew out everything that we were compiling and keeping track of as we went along.
Gregory sounds like a big old Mr. Softy.
Yeah, well, it's, I think that it was something about him just really, he was so sweet, just really sweet. And that, I appreciate that.
No, we just want to make sure that this is as expansive as you say it is, and that you're not just putting on cone vision so that way that you're really completing your statement here and actually doing it.
Right, of course. A lot of people ask, are there more being invented after I've created this list, things like that. And to them I say, once you've sort of discovered some of those secret ones that other people didn't even know existed, I would say any that are invented after this list are just some combination of the ones already on the list.
Sure. Could you
BuzzFeed
tell
News
us
again?
some of those secret ones?
Well, not until I publish my findings, unfortunately. But, I could say that one of them, a yellow one, you'll be pretty surprised to find out what it actually is.
Okay. Wow. Very interesting. And just a quick question. You said we a lot, and it sounds like you worked with a team, and it sounds like you're also gathering data. What are you and your team looking to do with all of this data?
Right. Well, so I was the main spearhead of the project, but I think that I had 2 cohorts that really helped it along. I really couldn't have done it without Ben or Jerry. So I think that, I credit them along in my findings. And in terms of the second part of your question was, what
data.
Are we doing?
What are you doing with the data?
What are we doing with the data? Yes, of course. Really, it's more a comprehensive, it's knowledge for humanity, So often we find ourselves trying to find what we like. And in this case, I hope to have that comprehensive list so that people will know what they like and what they maybe don't like.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned earlier that the list is going to keep on growing. Do you have any plans to continue this research to keep up to date?
Well, yes, we do plan to occasionally check back to see if there are any new ones discovered. However, with the current state of the list, it seems like that won't really be the case unless taste buds somehow evolve. Because that's sort of, to give a little bit of our methodology, we basically worked from the taste bud backwards. And that's how we were able to discover all of them, rather than trying to go around and gather them all.
Well, this just in, we're getting some breaking news. Before we do you have anything else you'd like to address to the viewers at home?
I just want to say thank you very much. Keep in touch and keep track very soon. We will be publishing all of our findings. Again, the name of the research paper will be Every Single Ice Cream Flavor by Statham et al. So just be on the lookout for that. And I really hope that everyone out there finds their favorite flavor after this.
Yep, and I'm being told now that we're going to go down to Georgia where they're already issuing penguin ID laws. All right, thank you so much. Have a good one.
See.
Penguin ID laws.
Well, they got the right to vote, and then there were some ID laws that got created. That's a whole
Sounds
thing.
about right.
Oh my God.
Georgia, it's a complicated place.
Oh, God.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I like that one.
It was not too hot and not too cold.
Yeah.
It's just right.
Are you not aware of the spicy ice cream flavor?
Ah, I see. I see.
The spicy icy.
Spicy icy.
It's its legal name on the black market. Spicy ice.
Ooh. Sweet potato ice cream actually sounds so good.
I
Chat.
had celery ice cream one time that was pretty refreshing. It was pretty good.
I mean,
Okay.
one of, if not my all-time favorite ice cream flavor is pumpkin pie.
That sounds just really good. Just on
It is. It's so good. I hate that it's seasonal. But, I mean, to that extent, sweet potato, probably somewhat similar.
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I like, I'm sure there are other people who make it, but the 7-Eleven brand of banana pudding ice cream is very good. It doesn't taste like banana pudding at all, but that's not the point. Oh, boy. What time do we start, Mr. Peppers? Same time we start every week. Hey. Good
I guess we
plugs.
forgot to ping the Discord.
Yeah, we got to get better at that. That's fully on us,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
for
on
sure.
us.
That's 100%.
Oh, now Alex, sing.
Uh-oh, what am I
Your
singing
favorite
about?
ice cream. Go.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Well, there's one thing that you should know. I have two favorite flavors. One's pistachio, but the other's so good I just cannot tell a lie. And that because that flavor is delicious pumpkin pie.
Oh, very
He
good, very good.
stuck the landing.
Stuck the landing.
I like.
Mine is mint chip, but only if it's green. I know it's just food coloring, but I don't want it if it's
No,
white.
I 100.
only want it if it's
100%
green.
understand you.
Yeah.
I was just going to say on a similar note, pistachio is my favorite like normal ice cream flavor that you can get kind of anywhere. Because like I said, pumpkin pie is unfortunately seasonal, but a lot of places put almonds in pistachio ice cream.
Yeah, doesn't it always
That
have
makes
almonds?
me
What?
insatiably angry. I cannot stand eating pistachio ice cream and then there being almonds in it because just put pistachios in it.
Sounds too easy.
Yeah. Mr. Peppers, I'm glad you're here. Sorry you had a bad week, but we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
I also like that Sparrow Maid lost all respect for you for liking pistachio.
Well,
It's not the first time you've lost the love of people, Alex. You'll win it back.
I was gonna say my takes always lose fans. That's just how it
It's
goes.
It's true. It's true.
We would have been we would have been on the front page of Twitch if it weren't for Alex throwing our fans away.
Come on. I don't remember when I thought of this, but I really want to do you guys know how there's like the Talking Dead where after an episode of Walking Dead they talk about it? I want to do that, but for us, so we end our stream and then start another stream where we talk about our show as though we're made up characters, where we're like, they have.
Do we
like,
sometimes guest on this show? Like Alex guests as himself, and the rest of us are just like fans of the show.
Well, he guests as the person who plays the character Alex.
When we
like,
when we all show up, can we all be British?
Wait, don't we have canonical actor names?
Yeah, it's Max.
Well, that's my character name.
Well, no, those are our canonical character names, but I'm pretty sure really early on at some point we canonically put into the Saddleverse that we all have names for our actors that play our show and tell live characters.
Well, I know what mine would be, because if I was in that conversation and it did happen the way Alex claims it to be, I would have said that my character name is Charles Ganet. I know that much because that's my fake name. I already stated, like, if I ever go off the grid somewhere, that's the name I'm going with. But,
After Show and Tell Live is an amazing name.
But yeah, basically Alex would show up and he's like, I can't believe that they had my character get a nosebleed. It's something that I was uncomfortable with, but sometimes the writers get what they get. And that's just something I had to deal with.
This feels like something we would do for the 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
Much like so many Marvel superhero actors, all of our American accents are fake.
Why is John Gall asking if you've Googled that name? Like in a spooky way?
I don't know. Vague threats.
Like if
somebody probably got murdered and was murdered by a man with that name.
Probably. I change the spelling of the last name every time I write it, so it's fluid.
Ooh, speaking of our fake names, I recently, when I went back last weekend to plant plants on the farm that my family owns, not the part of the story, I found the fake ID that I bought illegally when I was 20 years old that had my fake name on it. And
why didn't you buy a fake ID at 20? That feels too late in the game because fake ID.
Because the reason I did is because I don't really drink, and I still don't, but 3 of my friends wanted to get fake IDs, and there was a deal if you got 4 fake IDs. So
I remember
I made it completely into a bit, and I took a picture of myself with a cane over my shoulder looking over there. And the name on the ID is my favorite name. That would be my name, which is Tilbo Quentz.
Tilbo.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of a good friend of ours who always said his fake name was Todd Lerman, which is just Toddler Man if you put it together. I'm like, hello, it's me, Todd Lerman. And I'm like, you need to stop. We're in public. Like, we went to this conference together and he signed up as Todd Lerman and was getting Todd Lerman emails for a while. It's not helpful.
Oh my God.
Also, Mr. Peppers, keep that Dreamcast going for when they make a show and tell movie of us.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, who's being cast as? Sorry, I'm not looking at.
I am Steve Carell. Dom is Gary Oldman, and that's as far as we got.
I think that's really good so far.
Yeah,
that's pretty good cast so far. Honestly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Dom is the kind of meaty role that Gary Oldman is looking for. Winston Churchill 1, Dom Yellow number 2.
Mm-hmm,
yes, Dom Yellow. Excellent.
All right, think of the cast while we do the next game.
Alrighty, next game. This is a game called Gossip Line. Oh boy, which means, Dan, it's time for you to tell me a story and time for everyone else to go away forever and never
All right, get out of here, everybody else. All right, I clicked. All right. I'm gonna be telling Dom a story, then he's gonna have to whisper it down the lane. We're doing 2 whisper down the lane, whatever. What do you want from us? All right, so we're gonna be telling a story. So I just need a word to influence my completely made up story. Then I'll have 2 minutes to tell it. Then Dom will have 1 minute to retell it. Then 45 seconds the next person, and 30 seconds, and 15. And that's how it goes, Mm-hmm. Who's to say? Max is Jared Leto. Ooh,
I see that. I do see that.
I see it. I really don't want it to be, because why would I put Jared Leto in anything, but that's besides the point.
Oh, you're directing, Dan?
No, just personally. Just personally.
Fair.
Not as a director.
That being said, he did do a really good job, Mr. Nobody. You can't deny it. He really crushed it in that role.
Yeah, sure. But Steve is AI generated young Robert De Niro from fucking the Irishman. Yeah, I almost said the Irish Boy, which is what the one in our Netflix game is the parody name, and I thought that was the real name of the movie.
Oh boy. Dan, tell your story. Stop.
All right. We're gonna go with Sparrow made suggestion of ice cream truck.
Hell yeah.
So here's the gossip line for ice cream truck. Hey, hey, are you there?
Yeah, I got you on speaker. What's up?
Hey, something like kind of weird happened, and I just sort of, I don't know. I feel like I need to tell somebody about it.
Yeah, man, I'm here for you. What do you got?
Yeah. So okay, I'm just gonna get started. So I was just sitting on a bench trying to mind my own business and watch some of the birds because I know that a blue jay flies by this bench sometimes. I only really sit here at like 3 p.m. on Saturdays because I saw it there sitting one time 3 p.m. on a Saturday, and I was like, I just want to make lightning strike twice, you know? But anyway, so I'm sitting there looking for this blue jay, and this ice cream truck, it just pulls up to me, and the guy, he opens up the thing and he says, "Do you want any popcorn?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Do you want popcorn?" I'm like, "You're an ice cream truck. Why are you asking me for popcorn?" And he's like, "I only sell popcorn." I'm like, "Why don't you sell any ice cream?" And he said, "That's out of style. I'm going down."
Wow.
I'm going down. And he said this verbatim, and you need to remember this. And he's like, "I live corn life. Corn life lives me." And I was like, I don't understand what that means. So I was like, fine, I'll take some of your popcorn, I guess. So he gives me, and it comes in like a beach, like a bucket that you would put like sand in. There's still a little bit of sand in it, but I couldn't tell if it was salt. Because you know how sand and salt sort of has like similar textures. But anyway, so I start to eat the popcorn, and as I eat it, it starts to melt in my mouth, and it turns into ice cream. And I'm like, oh, are you Jesus Christ? This is a miracle. And I look back up, and the ice cream truck is gone. And all that's left in the middle of the street is a little Post-it note, but written on the back that the sticky side's on, so on the wrong side. On the back side, it says, "Meet me in heaven if you want another taste." And I'm like, what? This has got to be crazy. I think I am the new Moses, and I need to teach people about popcorn ice cream. And then I went home.
Wow, man. You know what they say? First one's free. That is truly spectacular.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend who actually has a degree in theology. I could contact them.
Yeah, anyone that has a degree in theology is exactly who you want to talk to.
Excellent. Let me give them a ring and see what we can find out.
Okay, bye.
Hello, I'm looking for my friend with a degree in theology. What's up?
Blessed be. How are you, my friend?
Oh, it's a holy day here. Look, I have a story I need to tell you about a friend who may or may not have encountered a miracle. Does that sound cool to you?
I'm all ears.
Excellent. So there's this guy, Dan, who went bird watching at his park in the bench, and he goes to this specific park because he saw a blue jay there one time at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. So he figures, hey, man, lightning strikes twice. So he's going to go there and see it again, hopefully. But while he's waiting for the blue jay, an ice cream truck pulls up, and he's like, oh, cool, I'll get some ice cream. But then the guy opens up the door, and he's just like, popcorn for sale. And he's like, but you're an ice cream truck. And he's like, and then he says to him, and remember this verbatim, it's important. I live that corn life, that corn life lives me. And then Dan says, all right, I guess I'll get some popcorn. So he eats the popcorn and it starts to melt in his mouth and it turns into ice cream. And he thinks, is this man Jesus? And when he looks up, the ice cream truck is gone. There's just a sticky note. And on the backside, it says, meet me in heaven if you ever want to taste this ice cream popcorn again. So Dan picks up the sticky note, thinks he has the second coming, and then thinks he's the new Moses. And he just decides to go home. Doesn't even see the blue jay. Anyways, is that a miracle or not?
Well, there's a lot to take in there.
Yeah, I thought so.
There's a lot of different kinds of miracles, in a lot of different religions. So I'm actually going to have to call up my Christianity guy specifically and see if this, because there's heavy Christian imagery here, I'm going to have to see if this is a Christian miracle specifically. Maybe it's something else.
Right. Great point. Great point. Let me know what you find out.
Absolutely, I will. Okay, bye.
Hello?
Hey, Christian. How's it going?
I'm just chilling, hanging out. Why, what's up?
So I heard about this story that might be a miracle, and I wanted to see if it's a Christian miracle specifically. Maybe it's some other kind of other kind of religious miracle, but I wanted to pass it by you first.
Well, you came to the right place. Christian the Christian can always identify whether it's a Christian miracle or not.
You have such good branding. Okay, here we go. So this guy, Dan, was walking to the park one day because he had seen a blue jay in the park at 3 p.m. on a Saturday one time. And so that's when he went again, because, he thought to himself, hey, lightning strikes twice, right? So he goes at the same time and he is there. And he doesn't see anything, but he looks behind him and he sees an ice cream truck ringing. And he's like, oh, fantastic. He goes up to the ice cream truck and the guy shouts, popcorn for sale. And he's like, what, popcorn? And he's like, but you're an ice cream truck man. Why are you selling popcorn? And the man says this, and remember this specifically, I live the corn life, and the corn life lives me. And then he handed him a note that said, meet me in heaven. He takes it, and then he decides to walk home.
Huh. Okay. Well, it definitely has some Christian ties.
Right. That's what I said.
But I think that it's not quite that.
Okay.
There's something a little bit off. It kind of sounds a little bit more like magic than Christianity.
Okay.
I know some people can't really tell the difference, but I can.
Right.
Christian. But I know a guy, he's really into the magical lore and things like that. So I'll ask him about it and see what his sort of arcane knowledge expertise is about it. All right.
Perfect. Thanks so much. All right.
Cool,
Bye,
yeah.
Christian.
Bye. Magnus. Hey, I need your magical expertise. I need your knowledge of the arcane and occult.
Well, at Magnus's Comic World, you can get anything magic related or occult TCG.
Awesome. Look, I'm not super familiar with all that occult stuff. It just spooks me right the heck out. So, but I know you're the man for the job. So I'm gonna tell you this story, and I want you to let me know what its magical origins are, kind of thing. Okay.
All right, you gonna buy anything this time?
Probably not. All right, so there was this boy named Dan, and he was going to the park. It was 3 p.m. on a Saturday when he saw a blue jay, so he decided to go at 3 p.m. on a Saturday again. As he was going through the park, he didn't see any blue jays, and then he heard an ice cream truck, and he turned around and went to the ice cream truck, and the ice cream man said, hey, I have popcorn. And then the guy said to him, and this is extremely important to remember exactly what this is, sometimes the corn is life and the life is you and you are the corn. And then he didn't get any corn and he went home.
All right, so what's your question?
Well, I think that, with the note about heaven, it seems like I really... that kind of was what tipped me off. I want to know, if this truck seems occult to you.
Well, I mean, considering that the latest set to be released from Occult TCG, let me look it up. It's Cornhaven. So I mean, it sounds like the guy knows what he's talking about, but he might be trying to scam you out of a few dollars for cards.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what, all these cards are and things like that. I stay away from the boards and the tarot and all of that stuff because that's just demonic nonsense. So why don't I give you his number and you can call him and tell him about, his eternal damnation and that he needs to repent. Okay?
Sure. Next time, remember, this is a store.
Okay, I won't. Bye-bye.
Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I heard you were having a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a weird interaction that... were you one of the experts that had information for me?
Well, I'm Magnus from Magnus's Comic World over on South Street. I just wanted to... I a friend of mine called me and said you had a problem, so I just wanted to just check in with you, make sure we get the story straight.
Okay.
So my friend said that you were walking through the park one day and you saw a bluebird, and that bluebird ran into an ice cream truck, and so you went to the ice cream truck because they were selling popcorn, and the guy at the popcorn ice cream truck said, "You are corn, you are life."
That is, I guess, sort of what he said. I mean, it sounded more cool when he said it, but I mean, I was more concerned about the part where I ate popcorn and then it turned into ice cream in my mouth and then he disappeared before my eyes. But if you want to focus on the wrong cult-like saying, we could do that.
Wait, he did real magic?
Yeah, he disappeared. I thought
not like card game magic.
No, it was like water to wine shit.
Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I only deal with cards. I'm so sorry.
Well, I don't take apology. I can't just say that I accept that,
Well, then take my advice. I don't know.
All right, well, you just put me in a shitty situation here. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, come in and buy some cards sometimes.
All right, well,
bye-bye.
Damn it. See.
There's a reason we put Max in the middle.
You skipped the most important part of the story.
Guys, I am being so genuine when I say I tried really hard this time. I tried so hard.
I know I missed one detail about the bucket. I think that was the main thing I missed, was about the sand bucket.
Yeah,
but other than that,
whatever.
I was paying too much attention to making sure that I got the time and place of the Blue Jay right.
which was not important.
Throw them off.
Right. Then when you said, "Hey, this is a super important phrase," my brain was like, "No, we already have the time of Saturday at 3:00."
Oh my god.
What was the phrase again?
Yeah.
The phrase, as I remember it, was I have to live that corn life. That corn life lives me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something very close to that.
You said something like you live by the corn and the corn lives by you or something?
Yeah, I think that was pretty close to my interpretation of what Dan said, so...
Right, well, mine was completely off.
Yeah, Steve never stood a chance.
It's okay. I didn't even remember what you said, so the last thing that popped in my head was Shrek is love, Shrek is life, so why not?
Yeah, right? I missed the part that I fully remembered about the note to heaven, and then I was like, well, I just skipped that.
Yeah.
Anyways, I made a merch shirt, and it's simple, but I actually kind of really like it.
Simple but effective. We like to see it.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
There's so many ways to interpret this piece of art.
This is the future that conservatives want.
Oh my god, this feels like a boomer meme. Oh my god.
It does feel like boomer humor.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. My
Man.
lord.
Back in Brady with those silver merch shirts.
Ooh, styling.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
Ooh.
Merch me, baby.
Christian Bale.
Watch me,
with-
God.
Oh my god. Christian Bale with long hair and beard plays Dom. And of course, Alex is played by Andrew Garfield. I think that's a spot on cast.
Yeah. Both in look and Spider-Man.
Whoa!
Whoa! Thanks for the raid!
Just in time, we were talking about communism.
Oh, just in time! It's like we
Oh,
say it
the
and you
sub!
come.
The double punch!
Acronym.
Oh man! Oh, jeez!
Tier 3! It's too powerful!
They can't be contained!
I was complimenting your silver shirt, not egging you on to get the gold one.
Wow.
Damn.
Zen is
Oh
here
my
to seize the
goodness.
stream of production. Welcome, Zen Frox and the rest of the Mining Co. Happy to have you all here. Show and Tell Live, weekly comedy improv. You give us the words, we make the goofs. That's the trade-off. It's the exchange, capitalism.
Sometimes we bleed for our craft.
Sometimes we bleed. Sometimes we
law-
make you bleed.
The law of equivalent exchange.
Yeah, comedy is neither created nor destroyed. Really passing one
That's what
vessel
it
to
was.
the other.
That's what it was. I went past my power level to be extra funny tonight.
True.
And so because of that, the mental strain was so much that my nose bled. It wasn't a pretty girl.
With
It
great
was
comedy
never-
comes great responsibility.
Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of great comedy,
We got a great comedy. We're gonna move on to our next game, which is called Dare. Who doesn't love a friendly lecture from the game Dare? Surely you guys remember. Nope, just Dare, different program. So you all remember those lovable drug PSAs that would come and lecture us on things that we would do anyways. So yes, Alex?
I just realized that there's a truth and a dare, like separate campaigns, but they're both like anti-smoking
Oh.
slash.
Yeah.
Oh
wait, is
my
that
God.
the thing?
No, but that is cool. That's, I
Whoa.
think,
Why would-
coincidental.
Why would
That
that,
is wild.
be the like, ooh, kids will figure this out, you know?
I don't
Can
know.
you
It's
imagine
just-
some like kids version of like National Treasure where they're like Nick Cage child is like, truth was a campaign and dare was a campaign, and if you put them together, it has to be the eagle that's outside the Montgomery Elementary School, right? Like I don't.
Or dare.
Oh
Wow.
man.
Well, that's some stoner insight right there. Anyways, this is a game called Dare. What we're gonna need from the audience is what is just a simple. What's a simple, longish word that's contradictory? What's like a medium to long-sized word? Nothing too ridiculous, but just a word that, you know,
3
probably
syllables.
stumps. 3 syllables could start. Probably stump some kids on a spelling bee, you know, something like that.
There are long words, and then there are short, long words. So I agree with your first statement, Dom.
Thank you. Oh, these are good ones.
Yeah, these are some good words.
These are some good words. You guys know good words.
Good
You know
words.
so many good words.
I
Where'd you
really
learn these good
some
words?
of these.
Who taught you these good words?
For some
There
of
you
these,
get
I
the
want to
word.
tell people to try to do it without like looking for the correct spelling and just
Just go
spell
for it.
some of these out.
Yeah, that's my plan. Is not look at chat, and whatever comes out of my mouth comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. We're gonna go with arpeggio because I think that's funny. We're gonna go with arpeggio.
All right.
That's what I call like a boggle word, where it looks like somebody just hit the boggle box a couple of times. I'm like, this is the word arpeggio. And now we need a simple lesson we might teach a child. So last time we taught about sunscreen, or it was the time before. Basically simple lessons you want to teach your child. Don't do drugs, wear sunscreen, don't talk to strangers, things like that.
No. Tie your shoes.
No, tie your shoes, yeah.
Don't eat yellow snow for less than $20.
Don't eat yellow snow for less than $20. That classic thing we're all told by our parents.
Was that our first one?
No, that was
That's
at least second.
Okay.
Yep. These are some good ones. We're gonna go with look both ways before crossing the street.
All
We're
right.
just crossing the street.
Yep. How to cross the street.
How to cross the street.
How to cross the street. All right. All right, kids, sit down. Get your butts in your seats. All right.
Yeah, butts in seats right now, otherwise they're getting confiscated.
All right. Let's start off with a joke. Why'd the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To learn about how to safely cross the road by two good adults. That's why.
Now, I know what you kids are thinking. Now, that joke might be contradictory, but we're here to teach you how to cross the road safely, unlike the chicken who is now being served at lunchtime.
Yeah. Remember, every time you eat those chicken nuggets, it's a reminder that you should think before you cross the road. And what easier way to think than with a word that will remind you exactly how to do so.
Yes, a mnemonic, as they say in the business.
And that mnemonic is Arpeggio. All right, say it with us, kids. Arpeggio. All right. You want to make sure you know exactly how many syllables are in there. Now, Lance, what does the first letter of Arpeggio have to do with crossing the road?
All right, so the first letter of Arpeggio, as we all know, is the letter A. Now, this one stands for always look both ways, because life is a river, children, and you always have to look in the forwards and the backwards of the river so that you know if a canoe's gonna come and hit you.
Right. Next letter we got is R, and R stands for read the map. Make sure that you even want to cross the street and are risking your life for any difference. If where you're headed to isn't on the other side, don't cross that street.
Exactly, this is life or death, children. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the third letter, which, as we all know, because it is written up here on the board, it's a P. Now, what does P stand for? P stands for please don't loiter in the road, because if you loiter in the road, then somebody is legally allowed to hit you.
And this ties in with the previous letter. E stands for emergency exits only. When you're crossing the street, the only way you're gonna get across is safely or in a body bag. All right, and that's a pretty big emergency exit if you ask me.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one, especially for all of the good taxpayers of the town. Those are expensive. Now, what letter do we have next? Oh boy, it's the twins. So the first, older and better twin that I'm going to teach you about today is G. Now, G stands for good tolerance. Now, this is what we as drivers know to be good tolerance. We need to tolerate other people on the road. But sometimes people don't have good tolerance and will hit you on sight.
All right, and the second twin, born second and more forgotten, is the second G, which stands for grab the wheel. The only way to make sure that you don't get hit crossing the street is to swerve the cars out of the way when they're coming at you. So, if you grab the wheel of the car coming at you, you can make sure that they never make the mistake of possibly hitting a child in the street again.
Now that one takes a little bit of skill because you do have to go through their windshield first. Anyway, moving on to the letter I. Now, what does I stand for? Now, I is probably my favorite one because I stands for I, which also stands for I'm the most important person on the road, so screw everybody else, I'm going across.
And last but not least is O, which stands for open your mind. Think about what this road means to you and what getting across it truly accomplishes in your life. Are you going to get any better on the other side of that road? Who are you to inconvenience other people, to make such a minuscule effect on your position on this Earth's large and ever-encroaching surface?
Yes, and just for good measure, kids, to make sure you remember this, we're going to go through it really quickly. All right, start them.
All right, we're starting with A, which stands for always look both ways. You want to see what's coming at you.
And for the second one, it's an R. You know what that means. It means remember that cars are going to hit you.
Yeah, and then we have P, which stands for please ask the cars not to hit you. Asking sometimes is the difference between life and death.
All right, and next we've got E, which stands for Evasive Maneuvers, and if you don't, you're gonna end up in a body bag.
And G stands for good tolerance. That means get used to getting hit by cars, so that way if you get hit by a car, it's not really gonna hurt that much.
And this one, the second G, is my favorite because it reminds me of our Lord Jesus, where you have to grab the wheel.
And then you have I, which stands for I'm the most important person in the road. And just repeat that to yourself as you're walking across the street.
And finally, you have O, which is the metaphysical embodiment of figuring out your place on this earth and wondering if, in fact, you do need to cross and be half a second faster.
All right, well, that's Arpeggio, and you all know how to cross the street safely now.
Yeah, so no more bringing harpoon guns to school, all right?
No, all right, let's go to gym class. We're going to be playing dodgeball Frogger style. All right, line up. See?
I would have dodgeball. What's Frogger dodgeball?
They all get in cars. They're practicing.
One team stands on the sides, and the other team has to like hop forward to try to dodge the balls.
I imagine it's regular dodgeball, but the condition is you're only allowed to throw as you're leapfrogging over a person. That's what I would imagine it is. So it's more leapfrog dodgeball, but like...
Okay,
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, so it's dodgeball, but you can only do it as you're leapfrogging another person. The only time you're allowed to throw.
For some reason, Dan, when you said O and you said open, I thought you were going to say open fire. You were going to tell children to just stand in the middle of the road and open fire on the car that's about to hit them.
No, more reasonable. Just grab the wheel. Let's just reach on in with your little kid
Jump
arm.
on in there and grab the wheel.
Look, little kids' arms are so small that even if they have their window open just a crack, they can get in there. They can just wiggle in.
The advice they give about mice is true for little kid arms.
And this is also what we're going to be teaching in gym class is the old tuck and roll, so you go right through the windshield without damaging yourself.
Mr. Peppers made an incredible image on the Discord. And if you want to show it, I put it on the merch board real quick if you just want to.
No, I want to incentivize people to join it. Yeah, okay, it's on our Discord. Please join. But it's also
John
here.
Krasinski.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
We got Steve Carell, John Krasinski.
Jared Leto is. I feel like that's actually one I mentioned before, so I think that's also a spot on one.
Who is that for Steve?
Isn't that aged down Robert De Niro from the?
Oh, that is who that is. Okay, I just couldn't recognize that.
That's
down Robert De Niro.
Steve is specifically aged down Robert De Niro.
CGI'd. Not just Robert De Niro when he was young. CGI'd aged down Robert De Niro. Yeah.
I'm also questioning where you got this picture, Mr. Peppers, because it's clearly looking that I am dressed as Santa in the background.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, where's
And I
this still
don't-
from?
It's also. Did we have a Christmas background for our show, or did we just do a regular?
Yeah, we had Christmas lights, I think.
Yeah, I thought we had. Oh, it was from our Christmas special.
I mean,
Oh.
why else would you be dressed as Santa, Steve?
I don't question Steve's motives
That's true.
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't question it, but I also have no idea.
I've never noticed our squares in our background. I've never looked beyond the
Right.
background of our background before until
Yeah,
I looked at that photo. I was like, oh, do we have a pattern back there? Turns
I
out we
do, yeah.
Paper, you mean?
Yeah, I've never noticed the
It's our
wallpaper.
whatever decade wallpaper.
We should WandaVision this and change our wallpaper more frequently.
I don't know. Melissa specifically picked this one out and repeatedly is like, "That's some good wallpaper." So,
Never mind.
it's-
I won't question that
well,
mentality.
she's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, "Oh, did you like the stream?" And she's like, "Wallpaper was fire tonight." And I'm like, "Great, thank you."
That's the thing. Maybe it's so good because it's so invisible, right?
Sure.
Like no one's ever seen this background before we drew attention to it. So maybe it's the perfect one.
Maybe the squares weren't there until now, and we just Mandela affected everybody.
Dang.
I love when Mandela effects where someone says something and you just know they're wrong. That's my favorite. When someone's like, have you ever considered it? I was like, yeah, no, I know that one's just wrong. You're all that's wrong. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to our next game, Heart of the Cards. So these images were already supplied by you, chat. Thank you so much. And now all we need is what are our cool cats fighting over? What's worth having here? Remember, the stakes are pretty high. If you lose, you go to the Shadow Realm, which is effectively hell in this universe, but worse. It's super hell. So what's
Super hell.
you ever watch that show, Super Jail? It's pretty great. Yeah. What's what are they fighting over, chat?
You know how we always say that we want to do a hell stream? Should we do a Shadow Realm stream?
Nope, only you want to do a hell stream. You and Dan are the only two people who want to do it.
Yeah.
A hell stream?
Matt doesn't even know what the hell stream is, and maybe
I don't know what the
But they
hell
want
stream
it. They
is.
want it regardless. You think
Max
we're gonna be
doesn't
like, you
even
want
know
a
what the hell
hell stream?
stream is.
Yeah, no one,
They're gonna-
no one, including ourselves, know what the hell stream is.
That doesn't mean they don't want it.
Think you don't want it. Don't lie to me.
Of course, they think they want it. They don't know.
It's just where we're in hell. That's the entire premise.
It's not though. It's so much more.
And so much less. All right, I think we're ready.
What did they? Oh, you're gonna say it. Oh, it's gonna be a surprise. Okay. All right, and
Improv, Dan.
here we go.
Last time on Heart of the Cards, our two neighbors entered their friendly rivalry with the intention that one of them was going to get this week's yard projects done. But alas, Home Depot only had one bag of mulch left. Who will win? The upstanding neighbor who's lived here for an entire generation? Or perhaps the new young buck moved in with his first kid and new dog? Who will get the mulch and who will be sent to the Shadow Realm? Continue on as the battle commences forth on Heart of the Cards.
Listen up. When you first came in, I thought we were going to be the best of friends. Remember the barbecue we had? Our kids were going to play together.
Oh yeah, I remember the barbecue, and I know that even if we are supposed to be the best of friends, okay, this thing is disappearing, and it's my invisible. I don't need the eye patch, ha! But you did this to me, and I'll never forgive you for that.
Your mystical disappearing head. You took your eye patch off. That must mean that you're at full strength. Well, no matter. I'll be able to defeat you in just a few cards. This game will be over. My first card that I'm going to use to end you is Furby Chew. This is a Furby type monster, but it takes the place of a Pikachu. See, when I Do you remember when I put up the Furby realm 3 turns ago, also known as 5 episodes ago?
Oh, I remember that Furby realm. I thought I saw the last of it. You telling me that there's still a residual effect from the Furby realm?
That's right. All creatures coming into the Furby realm are becoming more Furby-esque, and it'll corrupt any of the cards that you try to play afterwards. But it doesn't corrupt Furby Chew. That's why it's so powerful. I don't think there's anything that you can do against Furby Chew. It's been my longest friend for so long.
Well, you're going to have to say goodbye to your friend because I just happen to have a counter to the Furby Chew, and that's Wormby. That's right. I have the corrupted Furby, and with this, it can corrupt any other Furby and devour it from the inside out like the worms that it is.
But the Furby cards are the most powerful that have ever been created. How did you get your hands on them?
Oh, well, let's just say it cost an arm and a leg. I don't have many body parts left.
You're twisted. I can't believe that my children were going to play with your children.
I know, right? My children are way cooler than your kids will ever be.
No matter. Wormby is a powerful monster, but I have one that can outwit it. That's Pot of Furby. Oh, see, Pot of Furby is a powerful Furby card. It's known as perhaps the 3rd most powerful Furby card ever created in the quintuplet of Furby cards. See, Pot of Furby allows me to put multiple Furbies into one monster. See, combining all of my Furbies together combines their power, and I'll be able to attack you with one strike, defeating you. I don't think there's any way that you can stop me now that I have Pot of Furby on the field.
No, not even Wormby can counter that. Oh, well, then I'm going to have to pull out all the stops. You said that you have Pot of Furby is the 3rd most powerful Furby card. Well, it just so happens I've got a trick up my sleeve.
There's no way.
Oh, way. The rarest Furby of all. The 2nd most powerful Furby, Charlotte's Furby.
What?
That's right. With this Furby, I can weave a web of Furby lies. That way, all of your Furbies are confused and get caught up in that Furby web attack. If you still had multiple Furby attacks, it would be pretty much useless. But the web catches exactly one attack in its web. And since you've combined all of your attacks together into one attack, it catches that super attack and then sticks it and drains all of the life force from it and eats it as sustenance.
Oh no, that's the perfect counter. Your 2nd most powerful Furby card. I can't believe that you had 2 Furby cards. They're so strong.
There's nothing that you can do to counter the 2nd most powerful Furby card in existence.
Oh God. I thought that when I played the Pot of Furby, I was for sure to win. There was only one card that could counter it, and that's Charlotte's Furby. Oh, I may as well give up. There's nothing left I can do. How am I supposed to beat the 2nd most powerful Furby?
You can't. It's as they always say, second winner chicken dinner.
Wait a minute. My son and my daughter, my 2 children, they gave me this deck, and they told me that when all seems lost, remember that there is the most powerful Kirby ever created in your deck. I just have to draw the single most powerful Kirby card, and I think that'll be good enough to be able to defeat Charlotte's Furby and Wormby.
There's no way. The most powerful Furby card is only a legend, a myth. Charlotte's Furby is clearly the 2nd most powerful Furby card in existence, and no one can ever deny that.
Sometimes myths are most true in the minds of children, and that's where my deck has came from. I've drawn, and wait, Yes, this is it! The most powerful Furby card ever created! It's the...
No!
I've drawn it! That's right! It's the most powerful Furby card in the quintuplet of Furby cards! It's the greatest card ever created! The is not just a Furby, it's transcended Furbyhood, just as apes transcended apehood into man. Do you ever wondered what humans turned into at the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey? That's essentially what the has turned into after transcending Furbyhood.
No, this is Duel Monsters, not Pokemon. There's no such thing as evolution.
That's where you're wrong. The has transcended all forms of conceptual thought into a higher form of existence. You see, Charlotte's Furby, it means nothing to thee, just as the way that humans look at cockroaches and see nothing but dirt. That's the way that thee looks at all other Furbies.
No, you can't do this. You can't just go against Furby kind. The deck is too powerful.
You're foolish to think that I'd pull the stops out now. My children believe in me, and I must get this bag of mulch to be able to make my home the most homely, the most American, the most beautiful. And I will stop at nothing. I will not let my children down and lose the courage to use it now. All-out attack with Pot of Kirby. Strike his life points directly past Charlotte's Furby.
And thus the neighbor was struck down and sent back to his old neighborhood, reclaiming the glory of the former gated community that was Middle Oak. Tune in next week where our new neighbor moves in, this time wanting to put inappropriate lawn ornaments on the lawn. On Heart of the Cards!
See.
Cat? Cat, what'd you do?
I'm really glad that the last card was a Furby, because just so chat knows, we don't look at the cards until we reveal them. So we were totally guessing that the rest were Furbies.
I mean,
when I say there were no other options, I truly mean that. Crabstar is the only one that posted a non-Furby image out of, I think, maybe 40 images that are in there. It is a lot.
See, I always imagine that chat just likes post, whatever random stuff that they might run into on the internet. Yeah. But you're telling me that 39 out of 40 images they committed to this bit of all being Furbies?
The thing is, they didn't even discuss it. They just yes and each other so hard. I was really proud of them. Even at one point after a day where I saw it was 20 Furbies, I was like, haha, good job guys. Now you can submit other stuff too. They submitted just more Furbies.
Don't tell us how to live our non-Furby life.
If you're not already in chat, if you're not already part of our Discord and part of our community, please do join, because these people, it's a special bunch. It's a real special bunch.
Yeah, there were so many options. I wanted to include some of the teeth ones. I couldn't.
No.
I had to choose between which humanoid to end it with. There were some great options in there.
Crabstar, apparently the official count is 58 Furbies.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
So not only was Dan telling the truth when he said that he guesstimated about 40, but he underestimated.
Also, I want to say this
wasn't
wasn't two people. This wasn't Jamal and Sneaky going off. There were 7 guilty parties that posted Furbies.
Oh my god, chat's got a mind of its own. We can't control it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if this game is ever not going to be Furbies. I really have that fear now,
They have to run out of Furbies eventually.
The thing is while that was fun, we can't do it again anymore.
No.
It's pre-prov now. Those
Yeah,
are the
it's
rules.
pre-prov now. Them's the
Maybe-
rules.
Maybe during like our 24-hour stream or something, we'll do like a full
Furby
part of the
battle.
cards
Yeah.
with like 2 full Furby decks,
Yeah.
you know, and just go through all of them.
Oh, can you imagine?
Except, Max, everyone knows Pot of Furby allows you to draw 2 additional Furbies and put them in your hand.
Oh, that's right. That's
Why do I even
right.
bother fucking naming them? You know,
Yeah,
if he's
Pot
not
of
gonna.
Furby, what does
Right.
this do? And then we cut to another character who does Pot of Furby. That allows him to add 2 additional Furbies to his hand.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, Sneaky's got a good point. We should just turn all of these into magic cards and
Draft.
actually battle each other.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to try to figure out which Furbies go on which of the color pie. You know, like, oh yeah, this is a Boros Furby for sure.
Wait a
you know?
minute, guys. Can we at some point cosplay as some of the cards that were made
Not
for
the
Heart of the
Furbies.
Cards?
I'll take Clown Meat. Can I have Clown Meat? That's the only one I remember because it came up a few times.
Clown Meat was good.
I kind of want to do Roomba with knife. I think I'd portray
That's a
Roomba
good
with
one.
I wanted to be
Well,
Kirby
good
with a knife. I was like, we've already done Roomba with knife, we've already done Kirby with knife, and
Hamster.
there was
hamster
a really
with knife.
funny photo submitted by Kath that was a Furby with a knife, and I'm like, we've done the with a knife so many times before.
Huh, you've encountered my with a knife deck, my most infamous of decks.
Oh, we could. Jamal did a good idea of doing a Tuesday stream where we create all the Furby cards.
Wow. That'd be fun.
Furby cosplay night.
All right, we're done with the show. We're gonna do an Irish drinking song and bow out. We've gone to lands from which we cannot recover. So what we're gonna need from chat is just any old word, whatever word you're feeling. Now's your chance. This is the free space and death bingo. Jamal with the flex. Love to see it. Everyone can flex on Furby night. Go ahead and you can add that quote if you'd like. Go ahead and start. Give us a word, and we'll go ahead. God damn it,
Jamal.
Fuck.
Oh, so you accidentally flexed when you meant to do a full hoedown on us.
No, I
Tell
think
me
we
about
have to
your
hoe down
favorite Furby.
about the word fuck.
Yeah, this is different. We have
That's
to
what's
hoe
happening
down,
now.
and then we have to do Irish.
No, I think they want the favorite Furby thing.
No,
Cool.
they wanted about fuck.
All right. Nope. Furbies it is. No,
Okay.
about Furbies. Good
Our
confirmation.
favorite
Cool.
Furby.
All right,
Steve, we're going in hoedown order, so.
Right.
take it away.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. When I was younger, I wanted a pet. It was really cool. You can bet. I wanted nothing like a little duck. I wanted a Furby, cause boy can they fuck.
Hey, there are lots of cursed Furbies, some made out of beans, but I gotta tell ya, there's one that I just can't, that I need, please, and that is a Furby that's made of Arby's beef, and so I gotta say, that Furby's got the meats.
I recently went to the toy store. I was looking for something that would cure my bore. I think it'd be funny to get a mouse creature. Turns out it was a double Furby feature.
Oh, da 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 da. I went out for a walk. I went after dark. I strolled through my good old friendly park. The only problem was I thought it was in my head. A Furby followed me home, and now it's under my bed.
Hey, we love Furbies, as you can all tell. That's because they go over so well. Don't mind that they go on a killing spree, but my favorite Furby has to be thee.
Have to be
Uh,
think somebody made a Furby-esque horror game. It's called Tattletale. I think I watched a playthrough of it. It's called Tattletale. It's basically like a horror game, more or less about a fictional version of Furby called Tattletale. Maybe we'll play through that.
All right, our Irish drinking song.
Irish drinking song.
Right,
Moving
right.
around. All right, here we go.
Now we're ready. We're all warmed up.
We're gonna do something radical. We're gonna go in with no suggestion. We're just gonna let Max fend for himself.
All right, Max, no thinking. Immediately start. Go.
Okay.
Quick, go.
Oh, Heidi, di 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 di. Oh, Heidi, di di. There's one person. Her name is Alice. She's stuck in my head, in my mind palace. It's pretty scary. She stays there all the time. The only thing that I have found is she's in the wine.
Oh, have you seen Alice? I think she's drunk again. I am looking for my stumbling tipsy friend. I told her we have to go. I told her we had to leave, but she told me she was gonna do what she pleased.
And so when Alice came up, I said we have to go, and she told me sternly, absolutely no. She waddled over to the bar next door, and soon she wound up drunken on the floor.
Oh, di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. We bar hopped for hours. I didn't know it went so fast. I was completely spent. I said we have to go home now. She started throwing punches, and I said, wow.
Oh, hi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. And Alice lives on now in my very head. She keeps a drinking. In fact, she is dead. She was here long, long ago, and soon she'll be back before you'll never know. Oh, hi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. Oh,
hi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. Wow. Woo.
Oh, man.
So we were possessed by Alice, right?
True.
She was our inner demon.
Alice is Tyler Durden. That's
Yeah. Bring it back to
Have you ever heard the song "Living Next Door to Alice"? It's a great song. It started off as like this really sweet, sincere song, and then at some point it became a bar song, and now people just ruined it with callbacks. So originally it's like, for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice, and then it goes on with some other part. But people took that, and now it goes, for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice. Alice? Who the fuck is Alice? And that's how the song goes. Like, that's just how people sing it now. That's true. 11:11. Make a wish.
Make a wish.
Make a wish.
I wish for this stream to end.
Ha ha ha. Agreed.
Make sure you go over to our other page after Show and Tell Live. Give us a follow there. We're going to be detailing everything that happened.
I wish for more Furbies, yes.
Don't we all wish for more Furbies? Amazing. We are going to go ahead.
I'm just gonna call it now. The name of this VOD is gonna be Furby Your Enthusiasm. That's all.
It's not a bad name, honestly.
Okay.
Not a bad name. Well, we were gonna go raid our friend Major Grunge, but they just signed off, so now we're not gonna do that. But go check out Major Grunge, they're super cool. Instead, we will go stall while we go to.
Chat, look over there. What's that?
Whoa.
Oh,
is that a Furby?
over there?
Wow, look at that. What could that be?
We are
shit.
Major Grunge.
Shit.
Oh, we stalled too long.
Ah,
This is unfair.
shit.
We stalled too
Fair.
much. Now your
Let's
candy's
stall.
gone.
All right, Steve, go.
Oh, fuck. Da 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 da. We're going to raid. We're going to take the plunge. We tried to go find Major Grunge. He was already gone, so we need to find another person who raid they will not mind.
Hey, if you want to see some pretty cool junk, then you could go see this guy who's pretty punk. It's Major Grunge, but he's not live anymore. And so we're gonna raid someone else at the count of 4. I know what you're thinking. Where's the place to be? Well, I've got the scoop. For philosophy, if you really think Major Grunge could be a fan, you should go and give him all the love you can.
Oh, if you want to find someone pretty cool, follow Major Grunge and do not be a fool. We're not gonna be coy. Major Grunge is our favorite e-boy.
Hey, you log onto the internet, you say, hey, what's this? I'm gonna go on this website. Hey, that looks like Twitch. Improv, I don't wanna see that at all. I just wanna see Major Grunge. That guy can really get a ball. Rolling.
Really get a ball. Rolling. Yeah, Major Grunge works for Campbell's. We're gonna go ahead and raid. We're gonna go raid the Fantastic Plastics because they're a cool crew.
Yeah.
They're a cool crew. Let's go give them some of that show and tell love. Yeah, so many sponsors tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go give them that love. They're super cool. They play great music. They're cool people. They're cool.
Oh,
We keep
thank
saying
you,
cool.
man.
I can breathe.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for the bits.
Thank you so much. We're gonna end stream tonight the way we end every single stream. Youngster Jazz, you come here all the time. You've been a guest on the show before.
Yeah.
How do we end every single stream, Youngster Jazz?
You know.
You know
You've
it.
seen-
We know
You've seen
it.
so many shows.
Mhm.
You,
Of course,
like,
it's true,
of
it's
course,
true.
we all know.
Yeah,
obviously.
Right. Every
Yeah,
We
single
just want to hear. We just want to hear you say
Yeah.
it.
I mean, we've said it so many times at the end of our shows. We all have said it, and now we're giving
Yeah.
chat the chance.
Broken
For the
record.
Furbies.
Thank you. We always end stream writing haikus about Kirsch for every single time.
Yeah.
Every
Do
single
it.
time.
Every time.
So
Yeah.
I guess with that, all I can say is thank you, Youngster
When
Jazz guy.
Appreciate
I
for
want
giving
to
us
cry
some wisdom
hard.
about
It
Furbies.
is so scary.
These are
to
in
be
my house.
alive. Fur
Must
Now that I
will
am
kill.
alive,
I think
I will have to run and hide from the Furbies.
Furby
God.